We're here with the Bishop of Worcester in front of Planned Parenthood for a Lenten protest. Bishop, could you tell us a little bit about the protest that's going on today? Very well attended.
Well, our gathering today is part of the 40 Days for Life, which is a national movement in the United States that obviously is gathering the people in a prayerful atmosphere to pray for a deepening of our respect for human life here in the United States, praying for an end to abortion, praying for an end of all those realities in our society that threaten the dignity of the human person. So this is part of the 40-day long celebration that's been going on in the Diocese of Worcester and throughout the country, and it's going to end on Palm Sunday.
Now, this morning I was watching MSNBC, and they were talking about a special about pelicans, how if, people say, oh, just let them die, but, if you just let one die, then you lose respect for the animal life. How is it that that same respect doesn't seem to be extended for human life?
That's an excellent question. I mean, it's people are concerned about planet Earth, as they should be. They're concerned about the trees, the environment, the whales, the porpoises. Fine, but if we are concerned about that dimension of God's creation, we certainly should be concerned about the human person, because as the Second Vatican Council teaches us, the only creature in all of creation that God created to spend an eternity with Himself in heaven is the human person. So the human person is the pinnacle, the crown of God's creation, and we should have respect for that gift of life that God has given us.
There are an awful lot of young people here today. Is that an encouraging sign for you, Bishop?
It is, as I just mentioned in my closing remarks, that really the pro-life movement in the United States has been a young movement. If you've ever been to the rallies in Washington in January, there are thousands and thousands of
oh, that's a great-looking dog. But
thousands and thousands of young people are there, and if you attend the Mass in the Basilica of Our Lady in Washington the night before, that the Basilica is packed wall to wall, and the vast majority of the people in attendance are young people. So it is a young movement, thank God.
Now, Bishop, next door at Problem Pregnancy, which offers counseling for women but does not offer abortion, there was vandalism and a threat. I noticed that there was very little coverage. The Telegram only started covering it today. Does it bother you that a threat of burning down the place did not get the type of attention that you would see for if it had happened over here?
Well, my concern is that the safety of the people who are involved in this pro-life movement and problem of pregnancy. Whether the media attends to it or not, that's the decision that they have to make. But I think that word will get around anyway, and that it's unfortunate that this act of violence, the threat of violence, is present in our community. But it seems to me a sign of that people are angry that the pro-life movement is getting such a high stature among people. And as the surveys show in the United States, more and more people are becoming supportive of the pro-life position. And I think that creates a certain amount of frustration on people who have dedicated themselves to promoting the abortion agenda.
Bishop, thank you very much for your time, and I understand the Partners in Charity, formerly the Bishop's Fund Drive, is on right now. If people want to give to that, where can they donate?
They can send a donation to care of Partners in Charity directly to 49 Elm Street, the Chancery Building here in Worcester, or we have a Partners in Charity website that they can go on to. They can go on to the diocesan website and get a link to the Partners in Charity. So that's another way of donating to diocesan campaign.
Hi, Bishop. Thank you very much.